Hi everybody, welcome to Locating Lauren. My name is Lauren and this is my PhD diary series where I am speaking about my experience in my PhD program. Currently, I am in my first year of my PhD at the University of Mississippi. I'm studying second language studies with an emphasis in applied linguistics. I started this series as a way for anyone interested in a PhD to kind of get a very good idea of what it might look like for you. Obviously, this is specific to my area of interest a lot of the time, plus my stipend is based on teaching, which not everyone's situation is going to be exactly the same, but this gives you a good general overview of what it might look like. So if you have any questions about a PhD or what, you can expect, I hope this video gives you some answers, but if there's still something you're looking for, please reach out. Check out my blog, Locating Lauren. There's more information there as well. If you want even more details on the day-to-day of my PhD, go ahead and check out my Instagram. You can follow me there as well. But for now, we are talking about week 2 of my PhD experience, and I think the second week, what most students probably will experience, at least it was my experience, is disillusionment. I think week 2 was when reality started setting in for me and the colleagues in my program. And I'd love to hear other people's perspectives on if this is what you experienced as well, if you're in a PhD. But at this point, your class, if you're teaching, has probably mellowed out. Any drop ads, for the most part, have occurred. You get a better sense of what the dynamic's gonna be. In your coursework, you're getting to a good place with your professors. You're falling into that pattern. You know what's gonna be expected of you for the most part. And you understand what content will be about. And I think it just hits ya that it's not as shiny and romantic as you might have dreamed up prior to the start of the program, and that is totally okay, right? Obviously, we have our dreams and our fantasies about what something's going to look like, what you picture for yourself. The goal in the end is to be a doctor and have all these amazing in-depth studies and research, and there's this glamour to it in your eyes. And I think week 2, the rose-colored glasses are starting to come off, and you're starting to understand better what it looks like for you. For me, I think the difficulty was that the coursework, at least for me and my program, in the beginning is very basic. It's the basic foundation for the specialty you'll be getting into in the future. For me, a lot of the coursework is something I've already studied, whether it be in my master's or my bachelor's. I already have a pretty good understanding of it. And in addition to that, some of it is concepts that I'm not interested in, that I don't want to pursue. So it's a little difficult to be motivated in the coursework, having that knowledge that it's not highly motivating content, okay? In addition to that, when you're teaching, it can be difficult at the undergraduate level. And that's something I didn't know before because I'm new. I've never taught undergrad before. I've never taught this population. I've taught very enthusiastic, energetic 5- and 6-year-olds. So when I got into an undergrad classroom, imagine my surprise that a lot of them did not want to learn a foreign language or don't have the motivation that I did as a foreign language student. I think my only perspective on that is being a student that wanted to learn foreign language, that loved foreign language, was passionate about foreign language. And I'm guessing whatever class you're teaching, if you are in a PhD and that's what you're doing to supplement your income, is teaching the coursework that you're pursuing advanced study in, something you're passionate about, that you want to share, that you want to teach. And you're going to encounter students that do not share that perspective, and it can be very difficult to kind of grapple with in that second week when you're starting to realize that that is the case. So that was my, overall theme of the second week. The second week was very similar to the first. I was still experiencing, as I mentioned in week 1's video, that scheduling anxiety. I was anxious about when and where I was supposed to be places still as I was falling into that routine. I'm I was stressed about the impression I was setting with my students. Of course, you want to set a good impression with your students. I was also nervous about the impression you're setting with your professors. You want to get off on the right foot with them as well. And you're still new and you're a little isolated. You're trying to get to know people in your program. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But I think we tend to glamorize it in our minds prior to this disillusionment occurring, right? So I guess what I'm saying is be prepared for that in your second week. And maybe it won't come till your third or your fourth. You'll continue to have this like really great attitude, which great for you if that is the case. I hope it honestly stays like that. Maybe you'll never be disillusioned. I don't know. But for me, that was the overall theme of my second week. I had a bit of a challenge with that. Anyways, if you are currently in a PhD program, I hope you are doing well. If you are looking to pursue a PhD program, I hope this was helpful. And please don't get discouraged if this is how you do feel in your second week. Like I said, it was my experience and it's perfectly okay, right? You'll have highs in your program and you'll have lows as well. Not everything is going to be perfect. Not everything is going to be as you expect, but the highs and the lows are part of the journey. Just take it as it comes. Don't be completely disheartened if you're feeling this way in the second week. Don't let that stop you and make you think, oh my God, I made a terrible mistake. Again, it's just a low point. It'll pick up again. That was my second week experience at my PhD program. I hope this was helpful to anyone who needed more information. If you have any more questions regarding the PhD, please let me know. Again, you can follow me on Instagram or follow along on the blog for more details on the PhD life, PhD journey. If you made it to the end of this video, I am so grateful. Thank you for coming along with me, and I hope to see you on the next one.